Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a deck profile for the non-VMAX Rapid Strike Urshifu deck. This is a new card that just got revealed yesterday with Matchless Fighters. Matchless Fighters is Japan's next set that they'll be getting after the Urshifu set. But this non-VMAX Urshifu Stage 1 will be coming out in that set, and it's a pretty decent single prize archetype. For colorless damage, you do, or for colorless energy, you do 40 damage, and then for a water and a colorless, you do 30 damage for each of your rapid strike Pokemon in play. So, you're a water Pokemon, which means you can actually hit weakness on Scorch VMAX, and that's huge because Scorch VMAX is a very, very, very good deck. It's one of the best decks in the metagame right now. And being able to hit weakness on it and being able to knock it out for 1 energy with fairly easily is very, very good. So, yeah, so basically the goal of this deck is just get as many Rapid Strike Pokemon as you can into play. And you can... Now, one thing to note is that the Kubfu is actually not a Rapid Strike Pokemon. And it is not a Rapid Strike Pokemon because it also has to evolve into the Single Strike one. And I'll do a deck profile for that one eventually. But I think this is actually the stronger of the two. But the Kubfu has an attack for a colorless that searches your deck for a basic energy and attaches it to it. It's a decent attack. And we do have some stuff that we can do with that later. So... so let's get right into deck profile. We have a 4/4 line of the Rapid Strike Urshifu. Just because it's our main attacker, we're going to want to be attacking with it most of the time. And we also need a 4/4 so we can evolve our Kubfus into the Urshifus because it doesn't count as a Rapid Strike Pokemon as the Kubfu. You have to evolve it into the Urshifu. So that is very important to note. We also have 3 copies of the Remoraid and 2 copies of the Octillery, which are both Rapid Strike Pokemon. So that Remoraid, we have 3 copies of it just because it's another Rapid Strike Pokemon that you can have in play. And of course, the Octillery has that amazing ability, Rapid Strike Search, that lets you once during your turn search your deck for a Rapid Strike card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and you can't use more than 1 Rapid Strike Search ability each turn. So a 3/2 line of the Octillery as your main support. That's going to be what's helping you get out your Urshifus, what's helping you get your energy. And we also have a 1/1 line of the new Blaziken V-Max. The Blaziken V-Max has an attack for 2 colorless energy, which means that you can pay it with the Rapid Strike energy that deals 130 damage, and then you choose 2 of your benched Rapid Strike Pokemon and attach an energy from your discard pile to each of those Pokemon. So we have a 1/1 line of the Blaziken V-Max in here because after you do 180 damage, and hopefully you're doing 180 damage with the Urshifu, that's the maximum damage output that the Urshifu has. You can finish off 320 HP VMAX with the Blaziken and recover some of your energy. I think mostly it's just here to help you recover your energy because you don't have any other energy recovery like the single strike archetypes do. So, yeah, then we also have 1 copy of the Rapid Strike Sobble, which has a nice attack for a colorless energy that lets you search your deck for 3 basic Rapid Strike Pokemon and put them onto your bench. So this is another way to help you get Rapid Strike Pokemon to play. That's not the only way to get a bunch of Rapid Strike Pokemon to play, and I will get there in a minute. Support Pokemon, 1 Dedenne, 1 Crobat. So pretty straightforward Pokemon line. We have our main attacker, our support, and energy recovery, and a little bit more support. So it's mostly support. Rapid Strike just has a lot of really nice support right now. One also cool thing to note, that's the 1/1 Blaziken helps you get out your Zacian, helps you take out a Zacian V for 1 energy. Because your Urshifu can't actually do that, but the Blaziken can 1-hit KO a Zacian, which is really, really nice. Going on to our supporters, we have 1 copy of Karina's Motivation. Of course, it's searchable with Octillery. Just a searchable draw supporter is going to be very nice. Also, being able to get out reset stamps because you need to be able to stream your Urshifus. So that one of Karina's Motivation will help you get out of reset stamps so you can keep that stream of Urshifus coming. We also have 4 copies of a new supporter called Brawley, which is a Rapid Strike supporter, which means you can actually search it out of Octillery, And the fact that it is the Rapid Strike supporter is very, very good because the supporter is search your deck for 3 basic Rapid Strike Pokemon and put them into your hand. So it's the same attack that Sobble has, but on a supporter, and it's searchable with Octillery. So we have 4 of them just because we can have it in our opening hand, instead use our Rapid Strike search for the turn to get out our Urshifu or Energy, but it's also searchable with the Rapid Strike search, which will be very, very nice. Be able to just play it down and get 3 supporters, and in combination with your 4 Quick Ball, 4 Level Ball, you should be able to get out all your other Pokemon that you need to do more damage with. Our other supporters are 3 Boss's Orders, fairly standard. We need to be able to have a Gust option. So, of course, we are going to be playing Boss's Orders. 4 copies of Marnie, because it's another draw supporter. The only draw supporter that we would have without Marnie would be Cornea's Motivation. You just can't survive with that. So we need to have 4 copies of Marnie. We also have 4 copies of Quick Ball and 4 copies of Level Ball as some nice search. Level Ball searches Kubfu, Remoraid, and Sobble. So 2 of which are Rapid Strike Pokemon. The Kubfu, you really just want to get that out, play some Level Balls, get it out as soon as you can so you can evolve it into a Rapid Strike Pokemon to count for that Urshifu's attack. 2 Evolution Incense, 3 Pokemon Communication to search our evolutions, such as Octillery, Urshifu, and Blaziken. 2 Switch, because we have 3 of the Tower of Waters, which give, when it's in play, our Rapid Strike Pokemon a retreat cost of 2 less. So when we only really need to switch, 2 copies of a Reset Stamp, because we're playing a single price deck, so Reset Stamp is going to be a very nice card you can choose. You can Reset Stamp plus Knockout. It's going to be very detrimental to your opponent, especially if maybe your opponent has 2 price cards, they just need to gust up a Dedenne GX for game. Then you can go, oh, nope, stamp to 1, knock out your main guy. Now what are you going to do? Because I'm my Boss's Orders away from gusting up your Crobat, your Dedenne, and taking a knockout. So Reset Stamp is just a very, very good card, I think, in general, in a lot of single price decks. But also the fact that we have Blaziken to help with that price trade a little bit is nice. We have 1 copy of Ordinary Rod, so we can get back our, mainly so we can get back some of our Rapid Strike Pokemon, but also we can get back our Kubfu and Urshifu line. Mainly, you're not really going to be needing to do that because you have the Blaziken as an alternate attacker that will be giving on multiple prize cards. So Ordinary Rod is just there so you can get back some of your Rapid Strike Pokemon, maybe your Urshifu. We have 1 copy of the new Horn card. I think it's like Rapid Strike Horn or something like that, Calling Horn. And it's Mawile GX, but from the discard pile. So when you play it, you get to look at your opponent's discard pile, put a basic Pokemon you find there, straight onto their bench. And that leaves you open to Boss's Orders plus Urshifu Knockout. The nice thing about that is that your Urshifu will be putting out 180 damage at maximum, which means you can just use this Horn plus a Boss plus 180 damage all in the same turn to take just 2 prize cards, maybe to finish out the game. You prize something important and you need it now. So yeah, that Horn is a really interesting card, I think, in a lot of Rapid Strike decks, especially the Urshifu, since you can actually VMAX Rapid Glow plus knock out whatever you put on the bench. We have 1 copy of Hero's Medal, and I'm going to tell you what this one does, because if you're not familiar with it, I don't blame you. It's not a very widely played card, but it is an item card that when it is attached to a Pokemon VMAX, gives the Pokemon VMAX, or the Pokemon VMAX that doesn't have any damage counters on it. I think that's how it reads. But it gives the Pokemon VMAX 100 less HP, but it gives up 1 fewer prize cards when it's KO'd. It means you can make your Blaziken a 320 HP 3-prize Pokemon into a 220 HP 2-prize Pokemon, just to help with that Reset Stamp math a little bit more. Also, maybe you want your opponent to have to go through more Urshifus or something like that. 3 Tower of Waters, which gives the Rapid Strike Pokemon in play a tree cost of 2 less, so that'll be very nice because a lot of your Pokemon are Rapid Strike. 4 of the Rapid Strike Energy, of course, that can pay for the Urshifu's attack in 1 attachment. It can also pay for the Blaziken's attack in 1 attachment, and it can pay for the Sobble too. We also actually have 2 copies of Capture Energy. Now, since our Rapid Strike Energy pays most of our attacks that we're going to be using, or all of our attacks that we want to be using in 1 attachment, it means we can utilize Capture Energy to help get out more Rapid Strike Pokemon on the first turn of the game, or even later in the game too. And we have one copy of a basic water energy because the Kung-Fu has an attack that lets you search your deck for a basic energy and attach to it. So if you go second, then you can actually use that attack, let's say something you attach a capture energy, get your Remoraid, and then use that attack to get out your water, and then you don't have to use a Rapid Strike energy on it. It also allows you to use your attack on Urshifu without having to use a Blaziken if you're out of your energy. And yeah, that is the list. Now, before I stop the video, I want to show you guys a card that I really want in this deck, and that is Giovanni's Exile. Giovanni's Exile, I think, would be very nice. Let me see if okay. I think would be a very nice card in the deck, and it just reads discard up to 2 of your bench Pokemon that have no damage counters on them and all cards attached to them. I think this card would be really nice in this deck because you can discard Pokemon that aren't Rapid Strike or taking up space after you use your abilities, mainly Dedenne and Crobat. So if you can fit in a Giovanni's Exile, maybe cut a switch for a Giovanni's Exile that is an option. But I think I would really like a one-of copy of Giovanni's Exile in this deck. If you can fit it into the deck, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you cut for the card. And yeah, so I think that's going to be it for the video. If you guys liked it, make sure to like the video. If you like this video also, make sure to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, because I do a whole bunch of Pokemon deck profiles and things like that. So yeah, I hope you guys like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.